Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, grandmas and grandpa, boys and girls, auntie and uncles. Get your popcorn, take out your Coca-Cola, muchacha, sit back and relax, and I will entertain you on the types of energy. This is the first step of explaining to you why merrymen are attracted, or the other way around, sorry. Is why women are attracted to merrymen. Alright, here we go. First one. Form of energy is mechanical. That is the leaping of a frog. Leaping frogs or moving cars. Second one is thermo, melting ice cream or heating soup. Fourth one is electromagnetic, visible lighting, infrared radiation, radio signal or radio wave. Fourth one is electrical, that is power line. You know, electrical power or lightning, I should say. Alright, fifth one is chemical, that is the food that you eat. Did you know that 1 pound is equal to 3,500 calories? Calorie is a type of unit measurement, or the type of a measurement of unit. God damn it, what am I saying? Calorie is a type of unit of measurement of energy. Second one is striking a match. Okay, and then the last one is nuclear. Type of energy is the nuclear. That is nuclear fusion. The sun and the stars, their fusion. And then the other example is nuclear fission. That is inside the Earth's core. Conclude this discussion for today. Smell you later. So the question of the day is what makes merrymen so attractive, or why women are attracted to merrymen. Alright, here we go. Alright, the answer requires two things, or two requirements for this attraction to it. Alright, first one is whenever you see a couple or couples married and they're at a nightclub, right? You always see that the other, single women would go up to this married man. And what makes him so attracted is because the person that he's married to gave him the power. And that power goes something like this. I have to show it to you on a graph. I can never talk about it like in an audio form because my head doesn't think that way. I have to do PowerPoint so I can recite, rehearse, and then go from there. Otherwise, man, my head will go blank all the time whenever I talk in front of a microphone or in front of a computer. Okay, continue on. This is what makes a merryman or merrymen so attractive. It goes something like this. Whenever he's married to her, she would give him mind, body, and soul. Or her mind, body, and soul would transfer energy into his. And it goes something like this. The mind will oscillate into frequency and then across time, and then it transfers to his body, to his mind. So from her mind to his mind through the process of oscillation and frequency. Her body will transfer energy through vibration, channel, across space, and into his body. Her soul will transfer energy through signal into matter and then into his soul. So just to recap is you have the mind, body, and soul will oscillate, vibrate, transfer from frequency, channel, signal into space or into time, space, and matter, and then onward to his body. That's how energy transfer works. And this energy that I'm referring to, it's one of the 7 or one of the 6 energy that I just mentioned earlier. That is electromagnetic energy, energy that can never be seen through the naked eyes. Okay? Now, what makes him so attractive is when that energy is transferred. It's her energy times his, so both multiply. They become multiplied. So it's her energy times his and amplify or multiply, and the power expands. Okay? Through the process or through electromagnetic energy. Think of, have you seen NASCAR race, right? You always see like the loneliest car, the solo car is always a slower car than the cars that driving in group. There's a reason for that, and it's called green gas effect. Whenever solo cars join a group, the car that in group, it tends to go faster because of the green gas effect. Like the first car is pushed by the second car, the one from behind it, and then the one from behind pushes the other car in front of it, and so on and so on. And then the last car gets his energy from the previous several car in front of him that's pulling it. It's the green gas effect. You have to look that up to understand it. It's the same concept works in the human body. It's the same way. You know, I served 8 years in the military, and I can tell you that whenever I run alone, you know, for 3 miles or even 4 miles, I would not make it. But as soon as I team up with groups, like they would yell cadences, you know, they would sing, and they would motivate you to run. You have to pass it. I mean, it's part of PT. You have to do it. I mean, there's no other way. And Monday through Friday. This is the reason why a 5'5" guy who walks around think that he's 7 feet tall or 10 feet tall because his wife compliment him with gifts, money, house, food, water, shelter, roof over his head, right? So basically she compliments him with all this thing that makes him more attractive. And in turn, you know, he thinks that he's the world to her. He thinks he's all that. He's the prettiest, the hottest, you know, the total package. He thinks he's the IFBB Pro, 5% body fat. And that's the reason why he thinks he's so attractive, because of that. She's complimenting him. Gift, money, food, water, shelter, love, passion, energy, and so on and so on. All right, the second requirement of what makes married men so attractive. Whenever you see a married couple at the bar, right, you see all these single women goes up to a married man. There's a reason for that. And the reason goes something like this. See, inside the single woman or women, there's a logic, and it has something to do with the hindbrain, or the logic brains, in other words. There's been study. It goes back to like hundreds, thousands of years, or millions of years, back to the Stone Age, to the caveman era, to even before that. There's this thing called evolutionary theory, and the evolutionary explains something like this. This logic in her hindbrain, and her logic would say something like, okay, I think I'm prettier than her, sexier than her, finer than her. Why is he with her? Why is he married to her? Why not me? And because of that dispute or rebuttal, that's what makes him attractive even more, because it's his wife's energy time his, and then time all the other women that are attracted to him. The reason they're attracted to him is not because of his looks, his money, status, fame, fortune, none of that. The only reason they're attracted to him is his energy. It's that transfer of energy through mind, body, and soul across space, times, and matter. Okay, you got to understand that. It took me 20 years to figure this out, and then I finally cracked the code, and I said, holy shit,